Check, check, check. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's it going? Let me clean up my workspace here. Let me do this. Uh-huh. All right. I think we're good. All right. Okay. Let me share. Hold on, which one is it? Is it this one? It is this one. Share screen. And this one. All right. Okay. We don't need to see me here, or I could just do this. Okay, so if you're not using agents, if you're not using agents, you're doing it wrong. And we're at the point now where, uh, well, let me take that back because there are some applications that are best suited for a desktop environment. And people don't want to create MCPs for everything. I get it, or CLIs to build on top of the MCPs. That they don't want to do that because that does take time and a lot of credits and all this stuff. Okay, so but in general, you want to have agents working for you. And for me, I use well, I'm not at the point where I'm using just one agent to do most things. I'm at the point where I'm using quite a few agents to do pretty much everything. And so, of course, we call that multi-agent orchestration. So let's say, for instance, you want to create a book. You don't know anything about writing a book. You're not really interested in knowing how to write a book, but you want a book created, right? Uh, what you can do, or what I've done, let me just show you the final example. So, of course, we talk about Passport Bros a lot in the Manosphere, and so one of the things that I created, one of the books I've created, it's actually my second book. My first book was I don't even remember what Second Son was even about. I didn't read it because it had rendering issues and stuff like that. I finally got that fixed. GPT 55 kind of fixed the bug there. But yeah, I created a book on Passport Bros. This is 234 pages. I didn't get rid of all the blank pages. Um, all of this was written by Kimmy K 2.6, and the rendering issues looks like it has been fixed. This took about, I want to say, 4 hours to cook ish. I don't know how many pages actually. Hold on, can I? Let me see. Organize, delete empty pages. Let's go with this. There's only two. Okay, so 232 pages versus 234. A man who goes to find love in a far country is still carrying the same heart. That's from Kimmy K 2.6. That's why there's no name. That's the bot talking. Um, I actually do want to read this now. Not now, of course. But then I was thinking, from a novel to a comic book to a movie, sort of automated pipeline, semi-automated because you have to launch the agent orchestrator, and then the agent orchestrator, Opus 47, Cloud Code, Opus 47, drives everything, right? It tells uh, Pi. So I have okay. So Pi is another agent, another agent harness. So Pi.def, right? So think of Claude Code or Claude Code CLI. Claude Code. This is the desktop application. This is the terminal application. I prefer to use a terminal application because you have access to all features and you're really not restricted by anything. The desktop app is more user friendly. Um, what was I saying? Okay, so Claude Code CLI, Claude Code Desktop. These are um, agent harnesses. So basically, it's an execution environment that allows agents to do things, create files, run programs, launch servers, launch services, all of those things. So basically, it mimics human behavior that is sitting at a computer to keep things very, very, very simple, right? Pi is another program that does the same thing, but it's much more powerful than Claude Code because you have to build everything yourself. As to where Claude Code CLI is much more opinionated, you're more locked in into a certain. Well, I don't want to say you're locked into a workflow. There's a lot that you can do on it. I don't. There's not. There's workarounds, but you can't do anything you want with Claude Code, right? You can't launch. I can't use Claude Code to launch 10,000 other instances of Claude Code. Can't do that. Oh, well, you could at once, but they kind of locked that ability out. And of course, Claude Code CLI and Claude Code Desktop is not open source. Pi is. So everything, um, anything that you could think of can be done in Pi. You just have to create the extension for it. Of course, do extensive testing, and you'll be ready to go. So, for instance, I created a Zoom room feature for Pi. So now I have Claude Code, Opus 47 to be more specific, to launch Pi instances or an instance of Pi to open up a Zoom room and have, let's say, Codex and Gemini and DeepSeek 4 and Kimi K26 and Minimax 2.7. And there's another experimental model that came out of Open Router this week that we're going to test. It does have a 4,000 token limit per response or per request limit. I don't know if that limit extends to responses. That would really suck. But yeah, 4,000 tokens per request. This is the free model, right? Because you don't want people like me, sending 50,000 token requests and everything and hogging up all the compute. But yeah, um, my Claude Code is the orchestrator. It talks to Pi. Pi launches other models, right? So kind of think of like Claude Code as being like uh, the CTO, not necessarily the CEO, more like the CTO, right? The CTO talks to like the organization not because there's a lot more steps between the CTO and like the worker bees, but the orchestrator talks to Pi. Pi is kind of like the team lead, right? And then the team lead has like the worker bees. Oh, no, actually, no. The team leads or the designers would be Codex and Gemini 3.1 Pro, and those two have a team of worker bees. So, right, so we may have under the Codex branch, which is GPT 5.5, 55 as an alias, I would have Kimi K26 and DeepSeek 4 doing something. And then under the Gemini branch, the 3.1 Pro branch, I'll have another instance of DeepSeek and Kimi K2.6 doing something else, right? So it's two different models two different instances of DeepSeek and KMK26 doing something, right? And then once their work is done, that work gets pushed back up the chain of command to either Gemini or Codex. And then they have like their skills, their code review skills, their security reviews and stuff like that. And then once that gets approved based on a certain scoring scale, then that uh, uh, both of their work gets pushed up to Opus 47 for kind of like final review. And then it actually may have like another instance of GPT 55 running beside Open 47, uh, just to kind of like do more of a spot checking or more of a review of the Gemini side because GPT 5.5 is really, 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 really good. Um, Still not as good as Opus 47, but it's very close. Right. And then once we do that, and then after you do extensive testing, then we're ready to ship, right? Ready to release or go into production mode after we do more testing after that. So that is how I have it set up now. I love Pi. There are other there's a ton of agent harnesses. It's a lot that are free and open source. Honestly, I may not. Well, actually, no. I take that back. I take that back. I actually have created my own agent harness. Let me show you all. I don't know if I'm proud of yet because there's a lot of features that are missing. So if we go into Go, and then we go to is it Bubble Amp? Hold on. NVIDIA Chat CLI. Is that really what I call it? No, it's not. Is it not that either? Where'd I go? Where did I put it? All right, let me go in. So many damn projects. Where'd you put it, Kenny? Where'd you put it? Manga generator. I can't believe this. It's somewhere around here. I called it Unicorn. Um, is it in the Pi development environment? We'll check there, and then if it's not there, then we'll move on. Here, it is here because I am using Pi on the back end on that too. Solutions, Unicorn, and then bin, and then our binary here because it's Go. So this is our agent harness that we created from scratch using, of course, Opus 47 and GPT 55. It does work. Actually, no, it don't because this model is no longer in research preview. So we do / model, and then I don't know if we put in. Yeah, we'll use the other free model. Can I do free and it'll pull up? Open router free, Baidu, CoBuddy. No, none of these is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like the big models. Oh, does it have to refetch? I guess any of these are fine. Really? Maybe it does have to refresh the list since it's a new model. Let me. Is it Ling? Here it is. That is the name of the model, right? Hold on. All right, model. Load of high. Don't tell me they taking it down already. Okay. Ring. Ring, not Ling. Okay, so inclusion AI ring. Okay. Now I don't know. Okay, whatever. We'll keep it there. We'll just do like a test. Yes. Empty response. Man, ring 2.61 trillion. Auto retry, multiple errors may stack. That's okay. That's all right. We'll move on. All right. We'll deal with that later. I do know it works in Pi. That's okay. All right. So back to pipelines. Um, so yeah, when you're thinking about when you're doing multi-agent orchestration, you really want to start stacking like your projects together and having like your agent sort of uh combine them in a sort of way. So, for instance, like I was saying before, if I want to create like a pipeline where if I have an idea, right, and then not only do I want to have a book, a comic strip, and a movie, I can do that, right? I can do that with the auto novel project, and then I can use. There's actually a skill for this now. Where is it? Make comic skill. I did mine through the Hicksfield CLI. They use Together.ai for LLM inference, and well, they use GPT image 2.0 through their servers. I don't know how good is it. Lower cost, faster pre-training. Now, Runway .ai, it's $99 for a month, but you get unlimited with air quotes unlimited image and video generations, and that's the best deal. Now, with the video generations, you could be waiting like 30 minutes or whatever, but the image generation is pretty good, right? And that's the best deal. And in my opinion, I haven't seen anything better yet that can come close to that as far as subscriptions go. All right, so let's take a look at our comic book. We'll keep that there. And I created two projects. One is the image prompt guesser, like how people like to gatekeep uh the AI generated images. They don't want to give the prompts or anything. They just want to post the image. Fine, that's fine. Right? It's what you generated, it's yours. Well, we have a way of reverse engineering that. And then we have Opus 47 and then GPT 55 sort of reverse engineer that. And we keep iterating based on a likeness score until they get close. The manga generator, this is what we use. And again, we use Hicksfield CLI. They released their CLI about a week and a half ago. The Hicksfield CLI to generate images. And then from there, all you need to do is sort of create the prompts and have whatever agent, Opus 47, GPT 55, whatever, generate the application that will craft the prompts um, with your comic book or your manga sort of comic prompt along with your idea into an image. So if we solutions rank D, well, it's not actually called rank D Gardener, but it's called Catastrophic Gardener. Basically, it's one of those mangas where a student they receive a an ability that is seen as trash, but really it's some underlying trait or whatever that makes them overpowered, right? Um, I asked for a name for this genre of manga, or a manhwa, and they came up with the name Blanwa, Black Manhwa. So we'll go with that. So chapter one, and I haven't read anything after chapter two. So chapter one, we haven't composed these either. So if we select all these and we go to open, all of these are generated, auto generated from um, the Higgs field CLI via Opus 47 and GPT 55. Don't like it because there's no title here. There's title supposed to be there. We can fix that in post. Not a big deal. Next page, and again, this is just basically the story of student, nerdy student. There's a love interest. His best friend is buff. He's kind of like, I don't know what the actual name of the character would kind of be. He's an ally. He's not like a Vegeta to the kids, Goku, anything like that. They are best friends. They've been best friends for a while. But this is Andre. This is Daniel. Daniel is the tall guy, the pre-selected guy that has no problems in life whatsoever. He is sort of Andre's protector when possible. And Andre is, of course, your stereotypical overachieving nerdy guy uh, that would rather read books than to go out. So here he is nervous about his ability, right? Like in animes where it's like hope I don't get a trash skill, or I hope I get a skill at all, anything at all. And of course, he's the valedictorian of his class, always been the smartest. And of course, Imani Brooks is second in the class, right behind Andre, right? But instead of her being like an arch nemesis or a rival, she's more of like a love interest ish sort of character, but like a friendly rivalry, right? Let's see. Breathe Caldwell. Oh yeah, the name is Andre Caldwell, and I think his name is Daniel Pierce. I think that's where the box picked it up. Aspen Heights University Awakening Day. We did the work, whatever it is, it's ours. My whole life points to this one moment. First reveal, Imani Carter, and of course, I did direct Opus 47 and well, I'll just call Opus 4.7 and GPT 5.5 as 47 to 55, just to make things easier. All right, so first revealed Imani Carter. I think I had Imani go first, Andre's bully go second, Daniel third, and then Andre last. So she's up to the podium, about to touch the ability crystal. Now, of course, the lighting. Now, I didn't write in like as far as the system prompt or the grading rather. Like check for color grading and stuff like that from the previous page. I added that feature later, right? But all of this was pretty much your first production run. I'll probably I will redo the entire comic series later, blonde while later. All right, and she's walking up to the uh ability crystal. She has known her ability since she was 12. She moves like a closer. Now, I don't remember. I didn't ask for these sound effects, but I understand, like in comics, because I did say comics and not manga. And I don't know if they do it in those graphic novels anyway. Kind of like did the sound simulation. All right, and then of course this is read left to right, and then the pedestal hum. Let's see who I am. And then, of course, it cracks, not the crystal, but like around it cracks because she's going to receive a triple S ability. That's triple S energy. Okay. And then her ability is triple S astral telekinesis. I don't even know what that really is. I know something dealing with telekinesis. First reveal of the day. Right. And here's Brandon, sort of like the bully character. Brandon Sterling to the pedestal. Finally. All right. And he, as he walks up to the crystal and touches it up, and again, the bot can't catch everything, right? So there's an inconsistency where he has the suit on, but not fully on here. No big deal. He has rank A pyrokinesis. And again, this is using GPT image 2.0. All of this is generated. I want to say up to chapter, what are we at? Chapter 6? Chapter 5. I want to say it took about 6 hours to cook with corrections and stuff like that. The grading is what took most of the time. So the way I had it set up is after the image generated, whether it's 47 or 55 that generates the image, and again, that's through the Higgs field CLI using GPT image 2 on the back end. Compare that image to the previous page so we have consistency. So if you look at page 1, right? Let's go back to page 1 real quick. Let's just say this is page 1, right? The next page, when you're doing like a QA grading score, it has to have like the same sort of continuity in terms of characters and color grading and stuff like that, as this, right? So you don't have this effect, right? So this is, I want to say this is probably generated by 55. 55 had more consistency issues than 47. Anyways, so he receives pyrokinesis. He says, "Lucky girl, Pierce. Lucky girl, Pierce Caldwell will try to keep up. We will. Angel's not as ready as Daniel. Daniel Pierce to the pedestal. Of course, Daniel is about to receive. I think his rate, his grade A ability. Don't let his words rent space in your head. Whatever I get, whatever you get, we celebrate. Cool. Watch how the wind moves. It's sort of some foreshadowing. I don't know if, let me move it a little bit here. Um, and again, this is okay. It breaks continuity, but bots are not perfect. We could keep spinning until it does get perfect, but who cares? Especially in just like a production test run. All right. Watch how the wind moves. Rank A aerokinesis, so manipulation of the wind. I don't know why Andre is showing up here, but whatever. All right. And then Andre's the last one up to the pedestal. Got this Caldwell, whatever I get. Daniel celebrates. That's the deal. Thinking to himself as he's nervous, a nervous wreck. Rank pending. And then as he touches the crystal, please be useful. The room held his breath. I don't know why he's touching the crystal and not there. This is I don't know who this is. This pager or somebody. But that's not Daniel. Same thing here, breaks consistency, but that's okay. I'm like 95% certain GPT generated this image, but that's okay. All right. Rank G gardening. A 1.5 growth multiplier, one use per month, plant knowledge, complete plant knowledge. That's all Andre Caldwell got. So he can make plants grow, but every time he uses power, he can't use it again for a month. 1 month cooldown. It's about as bad as it can get. Hidden trade detected, tap to reveal. I do like how I did ask for like the Redice Studios sort of system screen. It nailed that. I like that. Gardening Hot told you that you couldn't they couldn't keep up. Sit down, Sterling. And he's talking to Brandon here. Later, I'll deal with it later. All right. So he's just disappointed. He is ignoring his additional trait here because he's so distraught. Everyone else got rank A or higher, and he got rank what? Rank G. I was about to say rank F. All right, so this is the end of chapter one. But it's kind of like a preview into like the next chapter, right? Where his special trait is 52 factorial. Now, I don't know how well versed y'all are in math, but 52 factorial. Think about it. Like 52. No, it's 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times 48, so on and so forth, right? Once you get done, it's like some people say it's the number is almost the number of atoms in the universe. Some people say it's a lot less than that. But the point is this trait, this 52 factorial trait, he can apply to anything, right? Plant growth, stats, strength. But the problem is that you have to take the negative with the positive. So if you apply 52 factorial to strength, and if you punch something, you could break the entire planet, right? And you don't want to break the planet, right? Now, if you apply it to like plant growth, then now you have insta growth, right? I don't know, but I think um 52 factorial is, I don't know, I think it's a few trillion times faster than the speed of light, right? So now it's if you're applying that to plant growth, and if you apply that to like your plant growth ability cooldown time, so now your cooldown time has gone from 1 month to instant. Like you have no cooldown time. All right, so that's the end of chapter one. Now Caldwell knows what 52 factorial is because he's a smart kid. He doesn't know what it does in reference to his ability. That he will find out. Now, chapter two is a lot longer because then I told the bots, keep it to 12 pages. Here, of course, I'm running out of space. I'm always running out of space. To keep it to 12 pages, but like chapter two onward, we're gonna remove that cap. All right, so chapter two. Oh wait. This is more of like he doesn't he's not an adventurer, right? He doesn't have a skill that's suited for hunting um monsters, right? So there's a research division, and that's pretty much where he's assigned. All right. So this is the cover for chapter two. And again, he's distraught and being bullied. Rank G gardeners, where's your watering can, Caldwell? I don't know why the bots decide to address people by their last name. That's like an ongoing thing instead of their first name. I don't know. Andre does not let it land, so yeah, he ignores the bullies. Compose surface, calculating breath. Casual economist, how's it going? Is this solo leveling like story you working on? Yes, yes, yes. But instead of me doing it manually or semi-manually, I just had the bots create the entire comic by itself. I just gave it sort of a synopsis, and then kind of guided it along. Um, did I show y'all the video? I did show y'all the video. But this is the comic. The video I may not get done because that it's a lot of post processing. If I do do the video, then I'll have that running on full auto as well. There'll be a ton of errors because bots don't know about taste and they don't know about post processing. But yeah, just kind of like as a proof of concept. All right, so and again we have Diego here. I don't know how he managed to turn Latino, but whatever. And again, I think this is a GPT 5.5 issue where there's inconsistency, but that's okay. So he's heading to the research department botanical department research. Because again, his ability is not suited for fighting, so he's going into research where he investigates different plants from defeated dungeons and all of that stuff. So he is effectively a scientist at this point. Again, consistency issues. He has sort of like a curly fro. Found by me. Lighting is a little off. All right. Got him here to be a part of the research team. Blah blah blah. The secretary redirects him to where to go, and this is the research team, right? And so this is like the head researcher. Strike team finished to clear at 0600 this morning. I didn't ask for military time, but it gave it to me. That's fine. We have 1 hour aside before the rift decay, standard pairs, standard quarantine protocol. Economist, I created a novel too. Passport Pro novel. I do want to. This was written by Kimmy K26. I do want to. I don't know if I'm going to read all 232 pages, but yeah, you can create novels. Like I said, this took about 4 hours to cook, 4 or 5 hours to cook. But we have a Passport Bro novel. I gave it a synopsis, brief one, and then I have it fill in the blanks. And this is created from the auto novel um, project, which is free and open source on GitHub. You can use any model on it. You will need to have an agent sort of make edits to use any model because I have it using Pi, Kimmy K26 through Pi, and then of course I have um, Opus 47 sort of as the orchestrator for Pi. I want to read it. Yeah, matter of fact, hold on. I want to read it too. What's it? Drive.google.com. And so now we're at the point, guys. We can make our own movies on auto. We can make our own comic books on auto. We can make our own books, our own novels on auto. Talk about AI flop on. We'll see. Maybe it's good. Maybe not. I'm not expecting much. My expectation is going to be low because I don't know how good Kim K26 is. And then we'll put this in our novels folder. And then we're going to go here. And then we're just going to drag and drop that. Actually, I can't do that because it's in use. Oh, come on. Why can't I do that? Why? Why are you being difficult? Or use the new button. What new button? Get add-ons? Don't be difficult. Not now. My drive here. File upload. Okay. That works. And then we do this, and then we do that. And then we upload. It's less than a meg, like half a meg. All right. So stop it. So there's our book. We'll do this. We'll do this. And we'll do that. And we'll do this and that. And copy the link. All right. I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat. And you all can read it from there. Or download it. Tell me how it comes out. I may read it tonight. I am interested how it comes out. Okay. Back to our comic. And after chapter 2, I don't know what happens in this comic book after chapter 2. I just had Opus 47 go full auto after that. Okay. New Blood Doc. Caldwell with us today. You and Webb will partner. Caldwell cuss easy. Okay, so okay, so these characters were created by Opus 47? Yes. Opus 47 created the characters. This is not Cuz. This is Cuss. Because I was like, Caldwell Cuz, easy. Are they cousins? That didn't make any sense. So it's Cuss, not Cuz. All right. The bot, surprises me every now and then. SFX projector hum. Now, by the way, we could just with this comic strip, we could put this into C Dance 2.0 and then just have uh with a prompt, of course, from like Opus 47 or 55, just have uh given a prompt and then just create a video out of it. We could do that. All this takes to convert this comic strip into a video is one prompt and a video model like C Dance or Clean 3.0. I love like when content serves multiple purposes at once. Okay, post clear dungeon expedition, 1 hour decay. So basically, like in anime, like in solo leveling, uh, like after the boss has been defeated, you got a certain amount of time to get up out of there, and if you don't get out of there within that certain amount of time, you get locked in forever. So I decided for it to be 1 hour. Decay window opens at 0700. We have until 0800 to collect, catalog, and exfiltrate. Vampiric biome flora. So it's kind of like the new flower. We completely new, even though it's completely new. They're somehow they know what the name of it is. Blame the bot for that. Uh, the bot can't catch all inconsistencies. Specimens may include carnivorous, parasitic, or homophilic flora, whatever that means. Quarantine quarantine cylinders at all times. Do not, and I mean do not handle directly. Now this is supposed to be Andre. I don't know how he turned white, uh, but he's white here. Blame that on GPT 5.5. Do not handle directly log. Copy that doc. And again, all the team, besides the head scientist, which is also sitting down at the table, and she's standing up at the head of the table. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Everyone turned white for a panel. That's fine. Okay, gear room. They're suiting up. Heard about your rank G. Don't sweat it. You're in the right room now. For one breath, the mask slip. Cuss did not notice. All right, he has a fro in this panel. Thanks, Cuss. Let's go grab some monsters. All right, and they're en route. All right, Andre's never been outside the city limits before today. I don't know why they are. All right, Cuss noticed Caldwell did not look like the joke they said he was. All right, first dungeon, first anything. All right, so now we're here at the site, the rift site. Boss is down. Cavern is yours for 60 minutes. Watch the floor. All right, kind of unnecessary orders since she already knows that, but that's okay. Copy standard pairs, botanical. Standard pairs, botanical with me. So the botanical department. All right. And even though they're walking away from the rift, they're going to head into it. Again, bots do not know these things, right? They probably just said, put the characters in front of the rift. It didn't say walking into or walking away from, just put them in front or whatever. All right. And again, with the consistency issues, looks like she's being sucked in here against her will, and then she's walking backwards into the rift, which is kind of cool. I actually like this. I don't know why there's a spell hexagram there, but okay, whatever. And then Cuss is actually heading into it, and then so is Andre. I don't know where he got the glasses from, but I'll take it. All right, so once they're inside the dungeon here, giving orders, copy doc, North Quadrant bioluminescent. Flora, watch the blue blood pools. I can't talk tonight. All right. And then there's a monster in the waiting. I guess I don't know what there's a monster there, but they're not doing anything. And he's not doing anything. So Yo Caldwell, I just noticed that. I didn't notice that last time. Yo Caldwell, this stuff is none of this is in a textbook. Andre has read about this biome in a footnote of a footnote. In a footnote of a footnote. He knew exactly what to look for. All right. Cuss, hold position. Again, the monsters just they're chilling. What you spot? Again, monsters just chilling. He ain't doing nothing. The vampiric grows 60 minutes on the clock. What do they call these in comics? These are I call them I call these intermission pages. They're just illustration. They don't really do anything. The bot gave a name for them. I forgot the name of it. They're called something in visual novels. Anyways, okay. Soft poles. Okay, and there's our vampiric sort of plant here. Caldwell, talk to me. Andre weighed the protocol against the fine. The fine won. Okay. We could have done. Well, this is not actual dialogue. This is more of like a maybe the narrator. There's a term for this in comics as well. I forgot. And you can usually tell by like the box speech bubble versus the oval speech bubble. All right. I love how the plant came out. Doc said, "Do not handle directly. I'm using forceps. Cylinder open." Now, now, of course, a plant that looks like this, and you're trying to grab it with these. Uh, you are one brave soul, especially if you don't have any background information on this plant. Anyways, Andre had handled. Is that a grammatical error? Had handled or just hand? I don't know. Anyways, hostile flora in the lab simulations 100 times, never live. Okay, grabbing the plant from the bottom without any issue, sealed, locked, and ready to go. A vampiric carnivorous specimen, probably unknown to literature. Not really, because your head scientist told you exactly kind of what it was or gave a name for it while using the sort of like the debrief meeting, or not a debrief, but a prep meeting. Dr. M is going to lose her mind. Let's go. I love this lens flare. Expedition site, late afternoon, exit ref. They are actually walking out. The bots were a little excessive with like the sound effects, text. Caldwell, what did you bring me? And again, consistency issues because that looks nothing like the vampire plant that he just grabbed with the forceps. That's okay. My office after hours catalog it tonight. This is beautiful art. I did ask for redice art sort of style. So again, that would be the um solo leveling. What's another one? Triple S solo leveling newbie or whatever. What's another one? There's a few of them. Overgeared. Overgeared doesn't have an anime. But I love the story. But yeah, that sort of that art style. And then of course GPT image has like its own distinct sort of look. I do love like the outlining, the coloring and stuff. And again, the lens flare, even though it's incorrect, but that's okay. All right. So we're going back into the laboratory. Again, the excessive sound text, but that's fine. Botanical department at 11:47 p.m. The vampire plant is just looking at him. Okay, and he's making his notes about the plant. and then it went back to the consistency where it was before, and now it's looking at him. All right. It was watching him, standard probe to measure pulse, cycle protocol. He did not see the crack in the case. Standard probe insertion, 60-second pulse cycle reading. All right. Guess he's poking and prodding at it. And then it cracked open, and then it gets bit. Silent inhale. He has a fro again. All right, so he has what does he has? 4 hours until he gets turned into a vampire, right? And so this is where he finds out about his factor 52 factorial trait, right? So attach 52 factorial to auto recovery. So if you could heal, if you could multiply your healing ability as a human by a factor of 52 factorial, that would be faster than, well, can you be faster than instant regeneration? I guess you could. I guess you could not. Because how can you be, you can't really get faster than zero time, right? Because what does negative time looks like? For the first time, the system asks him a question, and of course he says yes, because what choice does he have? I was confused about what it was trying to do here. Gains insta heal, survival, a trait he could only theorize about. 52 factorial, now permanent link to a foreign attribute anchored to his body forever, and that's anchored to his his healing recovery. So now he has instant regeneration or instant heal or whatever. Yeah, instant heal is what they call it. All right. I actually think he's still thinking about it. I think that's what the problem was. The corruption was real, and it kind of like echoed because he clicked yes. He chose yes here, and then he's thinking about it. Like, hey, maybe. Do I wanna? I'm confused. What is this 52 factorial? What does that mean? Right? And then he changed. He decided yes again here. Um, I mean, if a plant bites you and you got fangs growing out of your arm, that's a badass plant. 3 minutes, 21 seconds. He's lollygagging around, and of course, Andre turns into Miguel again. Uh, he clicks yes and accept it. All right, and now he's black again, but he has earrings. It's fine. And the recovery second place. I love the lighting effects. This is awesome. Andre read about 52 factorial activations and old codices. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, because this is new. None of them prepared him. 52 factorial. Again, I love the lighting special effects, especially like the reflections and stuff like that. That is awesome. All of that was generated from prompts from Opus 47 and GPT 55. Okay. Trait stack expanded. All right, so I guess it left a mark here. Healed glyph residual, vampiric speed. Oh yeah, I had it to where, um, even if he healed himself from like the vampire bite from the plant, he still gains like the positive, right? He got rid of the negative, now he keeps the positive, which means speed. Um, I don't now again. I haven't read past this chapter, so I don't know if he needs to drink blood. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But like the speed, the agility, uh, super strength, all of that he keeps, right. So now he naturally is become like a fighter type of build. He could control it with effort. All right, a test. I didn't ask for him to have teeth. The bots decided that, but okay. Fang Shadow, new canine, subtle, not so subtle. All right, and we're coming up on the end of chapter 2 here. He puts the vampire plants in with the other specimen, turns the light off, heads home. Let's see, half chapter, and I think this is kind of like the outro. And then, of course, there's Imani there. New notification here, exam sign up. Registration opens at 7,200 hours. Am I reading that right? I don't. How do I read this? Yeah, 7,200 hours, but like, or 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. Okay, anyone in the military, do they really say like? Do they really say like they give you like a bunch of hours that you have to calculate, or do they, I don't know. This is like, well, there's no 7,200 hours on the clock, so why not just put 3 days? Okay, whatever. And I love like this cigarette sort of styling at the bottom of the screen here. Like in cigarettes in the commercial, like give you that annoying cigarette warning trait stack, guarding G 52, 52 factorial absolute divine. Okay, so the grades. I forgot to tell y'all the grades. The grades in this universe is G, F, was the E, F, G. All right, so G at the bottom, F, and then E, D, C, B, A, S, double S, triple S. Um, uh, what was after that? EX, uh, celestial, divine, celestial divine, supreme divine, and then absolute divine. Now, don't ask me. Do not ask me to place abilities as an example at each of these levels because I don't know. I just made up. I just made it like how many? Because I probably should have stuck with triple S and just kept it there. But of course, I wanted to be a smartass and just add a whole bunch of other levels that who knows what goes on that. Anyways, so his 52 factorial is an absolute divine. You can apply it. Why is an absolute divine and why is it not triple S? Because absolute divine means you have no cooldown, you have no limitations. Uh, it's about as broken as you can get. So 52 factorial could be applied to any traits. You do have to take the bad with the good. And again, if you apply it to something like speed, if you apply 52 factorial to your speed, one, you'll be faster than a Flash, and not Barry Allen Flash. I'm talking about uh uh Wally West in that chair. I don't know what the chair was called. I forgot. Wally West in the chair fast, faster than him. Because again, I think um the number of the factor of how many times 52 factorial is faster than the speed of light is some crazy, super crazy number. I want to say it's a few trillion times faster than the speed of light. I don't know. I don't even know what that would even look like. So if you don't, he's smart enough to not do that, right? And again, if you apply it to strength, and if you punch something, then you'll probably break the planet. Yeah, I remember in One Punch Man when it was him and I forgot what his robot buddy's name was when they was out in the canyon and he was about to punch his head off, but he didn't. And then there was that huge ass hole. He punched in the mountains that was behind him from the wind. Somehow his head didn't get decapitated, but the wind pretty much punctured the mountains behind him, and then it created like this huge it parted like the sky and the clouds and stuff you can see from outer space. Stronger than that. So no, you can't even though it's an absolute divine ability, you can't just apply it to anything. You can apply it to recovery and not have any sort of negative side effects. That's not a problem. You can apply it to plants in terms of like its growth potential, not the amount that it could grow, because again, you don't want your plants to grow to past the sun instantaneously. That would be terrible. But the amount of time that it takes from seed to maximum growth, you can apply 52 factorial to that, and you get instant growth. Right. So that's what I was going for that. Okay, and that is the end of chapter 2. So now we are in brand new territory. I have no idea where chapter 3 is going to actually do. I do know what chapter 3 is the last chapter. Chapter 3. That's the last chapter. Okay. Chapter 3. Here we go. And again, this was created all with um, Codex 47 and GPT 55. I just gave it a brief synopsis of what the story was going to be about. Kind of guided it from here and there on chapters 1 and 2, and somewhat in 3. But after 3, I let it go on full auto. All right, so this is our cover for chapter 3. Love the artwork. Daniel with his aerokinesis ability, Imani with her astral telekinesis ability, and of course Andre with his uh, gardening ability with his factor 52 factorial trait. All right, so back in the lab, 4:47 a.m. Even though he left at 1 p.m. the previous night, and you see it here, still sitting at 1 o'clock, but that's okay. He's doing testing for plans. 3 nights ago, he made a choice tonight. The choice becomes a tool. 52 factorial attaches. Entree soft brown, eyes analytical. He's applying it to, but I don't know. Oh, he's applying. Okay, that's right. I applied, or I had him apply 52 factorial to a poisonous plant's potency. So if you have a poison that was that 52 factorial more poisonous, you drop dead instantly because you wouldn't have time to do anything. Potency 52 factorial multiplied reach 30 meters. Dispersal, again, you cannot attach 52 factorial to the reach because you would end up poisoning the entire universe. Onset 3 seconds, and they wouldn't have time to do anything. Actually, no, maybe they would because the speed of the spread would be normal, but like the reach of the poison would be damn near infinite. If you could poison the entire universe from like a small vial, you're already OP. Already. But he's applied it to the potency. 1 vial, 3 pills, 3 doses of immunity. So the backstory here is that he's about to every student, when they get their ability, they go on, like, like in I don't know if they do it in solo leveling. Actually, is he in school? No. Sun Jin Woo is not in school, but in other animes where there's like an academy, they get their ability, whatever, there's usually like an exam or a test that decides, what job they're gonna go to, or what other institution that they qualify for, or whatever, right? Or do they just become, just a commoner with like a common job or whatever? That sort of, along with the top ability, depending on the grade, kind of places them where they're gonna be for their pretty much their entire adulthood. So this exam is extremely important, right? Okay. So in these 3 pills, since he's applied 52 factorial to the poison's potency, these 3 pills for Daniel, Imani, and was the one for himself? Because that wouldn't make any sense. Maybe it does. I don't know. Uh, so they would be immune to the poison. Okay. Yeah, I could probably guess what he's gonna do with the poison, right? Okay. So he puts it into well, he already had the tablets. I guess he's making them again. Um Immunity 24 hours, reverse engineer from the toxins himself. All right. He's a smart kid. So yes, of course, he reverse engineered the poison and created a an immunity pills instantly. One pill for dengue, one pill for immunity. And of course, he knows how every plan works because that is part of his ability. All right. I guess it is one for him, even though it's not really necessary. All right, 6 o'clock the next morning, 3 days of preparation, 20 meters of walking. I forgot about that. 20 meters. Yep. Yep. Because the United States is the weird ones when it comes to metric systems and stuff like that. He felt as ready he would ever be. I mean, if I could poison an entire dungeon instantaneously, I'd feel pretty goddamn confident too. And of course, he has a fro here. And then he saw them, Daniel and Monty, waiting. Were waiting near the second registration tent, just as he had hoped. Okay, and there's Daniel greeting him. This is a little moist. You ain't got to be that damn intimate, but we get it. All right, all right. Study Caldwell. The exam doesn't care about books. Stick with me. We'll keep you laughing. All right. Best friend is being a best friend. All right, and there's Imani, Caldwell, Carter. She had not forgotten the half second of gold in his eyes. She has spent 3 days waiting to see what came of it, whatever that means. All right, y'all know y'all know each other better than I thought. And the three of them had now formed a team that would walk into the dungeon together. All right. One quick thing: botanical department gave me these for the team. The ruins biome hosts spore-bearing flora, anti-vapor insurance. All right, so basically, these are your immunity pills to the most potent poison the world has ever seen, the universe has ever seen. Caldwell's looking out for us. Of course, he is. All right. Imani's a little skeptical, I guess. He's looking at it. Imani has spent 3 days waiting to see what came of it. The pill was the answer. I don't know what that means. It's an hallucination or a partial hallucination. Um, but again, bots can't be perfect. Botanical department, of course. I don't know if this was on Opus side or GPT 5.5 side, or this was an hallucination with GPT Image 2.0. I don't know, but that's okay. All right. All right. And then the team is up, and then they're about to go into the rift. Approach the threshold, copy that. Let's go, team. And again, just like before, they're walking away from the rift. He had practiced this walked 100 times in his head. The real one felt the same. Okay. I might had not stopped watching him since the pill. All right. And again, same thing and same issue. Walking away from the rift, but gonna walk into it. All right. So again, I don't know how Andre keeps getting glasses while he's in the dungeon. Oh no, he does have glasses. What am I thinking? What am I talking about? He doesn't have them tinted. He doesn't have them tinted until he gets into the rift, but that's okay. All right, so they walk through the rift, and then he stepped through again. I don't know why his eyes are lighting up there. Maybe that could be him walking through, and it has kind of like that fast forward sort of effect you see in movies, like in Stargate. That wormhole when you travel through the wormhole. Okay, whatever. Whoa. Welcome to the dungeon. All right. And as they walk through, sort of getting a lay of the land, Andre had read every dungeon survey spot on or report on his biome twice. He already knew what was coming. Hangback Caldwell We'll call you if we need a rank G botanist. Oof. Now I know Daniel is not trying to shoot at Andre. That's not who he is. But this is the bot. We'll call you if we need a rank G botanist. That's something that Brandon would say. But they are trying to protect him since he's rank A and she's rank triple S and he's rank F or rank G actually. Sure, Pierce. Let me hang back here and set up my poison and kill everything at a snap of a finger. All right. And they walk around, forgotten gods, forgotten temples. These rooms are still warm. This place is older than of the records. All right. She was good. He had counted on it. Again, I love the lens flare effect there. I love the art just in general. Fork, left looks dense, right looks open. Caldwell, botanical thoughts, whatever that means, or thoughts about the plants. Left, the dense vines um, mean a clearing past them. Best warring, bosses always make a clearing. That I don't know what the issue was there. And again, Andre is white here. Uh, all right. I love the close-up art though, and again the lens flares and the ruins open. It trips me out when they when they just change the race of the character. I have noticed like a pattern where he goes like different race and then goes comes back black, but he has like a little fro, and then he has like a curly fro, and then now he has like his regular hair again. The overgrown ruins 1 hour to find the boss. All right, so now they come up on their first sort of monster here, right? And Daniel uses his aerokinesis ability to throw the wolves into pillars. And then Imani uses her triple S astral telekinesis ability or telekinetic ability, even though this arm is a mistake. Her other arm is down here. That's okay. Andre watches teammates work, patient, as he wears a different shirt. All right, and then the wolf is getting, I guess, hit from the rocks as they scatter. Pack retreats 1-1 will bleed out. And Andre has turned into Miguel again. Good work, clean, good work, Carter. Uh, they were actually no. This is Daniel. Daniel is turned into Miguel. They were good, better than the record said. It still would not be enough. Stay tight. The next wave will be harder. All right. And they all changed clothes apparently. Caldwell, real talk. Stay back. All right. The bots got some AAVE in them. Imani and I will clear you, watch and learn. Repeating instructions. Andre wanted Danny to be impressive. He did not want the distance between them to become permanent. I'll watch. Okay. I'm like 95% certain this is GPT. That's okay though. Imani saw the difference. She followed it. Okay. And now they're all back to normal here. Wild boar comes out of nowhere and attacks them. 3 boars tighter. Okay. Reserves running. I guess he's about to run out of mana. Wave 2. Reserves visibly thinning. Boar retreat as they are doing the opposite of retreating. Okay. And now we have a panther. Canopy. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means in relation to like wind, but okay. Panther attacks his shoulder. and then Imani backs him up with a rock. Wave 3, Daniel heard the dungeon is heating up. Okay. Okay. You'll fight through it. Brace yourself for the boss. There would be more waves. He could see them coming. And so now this is where Andre uh, feels like it's his turn. But he has to be discreet, right? So he can't just say, like, I have a godlike power that I can attach to anything. And that attribute or a entity or whatever, it also becomes godlike. Can't say that, right? He wants to, even though these are his friends, he wants to be low key because he doesn't want to attract. He doesn't want to do too much. And the third option, and the one no exam protocol covers. Caldwell, where are you? Right in front of you. He says, wait. Oh, he's probably saying, where are you going? Right. And then he releases the deadliest poison the universe has ever seen. Right. And then I guess he's carrying it. Stay close, don't ask. Yep. As it fills the entire dungeon, it'll kill everything in sight except them because they have already taken their immunity pills. Spreading silence in the dungeon went quiet because everything is dead. Now I don't know who this is. The dungeon learned its mistake as he's back in his school uniform for some reason. Tap, 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 tap. As they walk through, and everything is dead. Daniel had not asked yet. He was building up to it. 48 beats, less than 90 seconds. Imani did not look surprised. She had been waiting to confirm. Andre walked. He had already known what the dungeon would look like after the vial. Daniel stopped him 5 paces from the chamber entrance. Caldwell was in that pill. Imani waited. She had already worked out the answer. And he says insurance. And in terms of insurance that they would defeat the dungeon. You did this with botany, mouth a hard line. I don't know what that means. With botany, yes, Imani had been right. She let him see her be right. Okay. We talk after, balls first. All right. As he grabs his other shoulder, and now his injury is on his opposite. That's okay. Central chamber, the boss room. All right. So now there's time for the final boss. Old gods, older bargains, thrones warm. Okay. And then there is the boss. I love the design for it because that's all them. Ruin Guardian. Okay. Older than the records, older than the campus, older than the Rift system itself. Okay. Boss tight. I don't know what that means. As Andre just standing back there grinning, skinning and grinning because he knows the boss is about to die because the gas is still circling. Okay. It had charged through the mist and the mist had charged through it. That's hilarious. Where you going, boy? There's a speed limit around here. You got to be careful what you breathe in. Daniel saw what was about to happen, and Money saw what was about to happen too. She was not afraid. All right. So Imani's probably, I think the bots are saying Imani is slowly piecing this together that Andre is up to something, right? He has something to do with this mass death and destruction that is going on in this dungeon. And we don't really have to do anything anymore because he's already killed everything. All right. And so the final boss is dying, and Andre's back there again in his school uniform, and the boss is dead. And Daniel says Caldwell, and as he has on glasses this time, and his injury is healed. Andre had already known, and now both Daniel Daniel is Miguel, and Andre is White. Silence. Andre considered which answer Daniel could handle. Then he gave a smaller version. So Daniel is he's not dumb, but he's not as bright as Andre and Amani. Of course, um, Daniel knows something is up, and he knows Andre has something to do with it. Um, just what the hell was in that vial? You're supposed to be rank G. What do you? Why are you displaying triple S abilities here? I made a botanical specimen. It happened to be hostile to predator respiration. The pill was the antidote. So he's actually honest, but he's not honest about the potency, about how goddamn potent the poison is. Amanda knew exactly how big the lie was. She let it in. It's not a lie. It's more like a half truth. Of course, since the boss is dead, the system is popping up, telling them congratulations, you have passed. Blah blah blah. Boss kill, ruin guardian, ruin reward window open. Solo leveling style. What? Oh, okay. He's saying that. Okay, okay, okay. It's kind of like a fourth wall thing happening here. Bot picks a drop. A team shared reward, the principle in practice. The system picks the recipient by the kill, and the system stops scrolling. Okay, and this is where Andre picks up his second trait. Okay, now this is you think 52 factorial. You think 52 factorial was OP. Yggdrasil's or Yggdrasil's synthesis, plant whatever you like, bury an item in 3 months. In 3 months, 10 copies bloom, 3 month cooldown. So whatever you decide to bury, you have to be able to bury it. You can grow whatever you decide to bury, whether it's guns, whether it's a house, whether it's a car, whether it's a human. If you bury it, copies will grow. 10 copies will grow, right? So you're getting a 10 for one deal. And again, if you apply factor 52 to the 3 month cooldown and a 3 month growth, 3 month growth sort of time window, now you can grow whatever you want and it'll grow instantaneously with no cooldown. Complete, completely busted. He doesn't know yet, but it's completely busted. Oh, Andre accepted reward. The factor 52 noticed. Caldwell, your eyes. Is that a cross? Kind of looks like a cross there. It might have been waiting for this exact frame for 3 days. She saw it. Trade stack update gardening. And again, this is like the Redice Studio sort of system screen sort of artwork. I love it. Got really close. Uh gardening rank G, 52 factorial, absolute divine grade, vampiric auto regen, because he applied factor 52 to his auto regeneration. And an Yggdrasil synthesis, which is triple S. Uh yeah, because by itself, you can grow anything you like, but you still have a 3 month cooldown. So it's triple S is still very good. If I could grow like 10 guns, like even if I have to wait 3 months, that's still OP. Right? If I can grow anything in 3 months and I have to wait 3 months, well, basically you just wait 3 months for it to grow, and then you can grow something else. But with Factor 52, that's completely out the window. Four traits, one conscious mind behind them. All right, let's see. And I guess this is the special effects when he receive his second trait. And he receives it because he's done the most killing in the dungeon. So whoever does the most killing gets the biggest portion of the rewards. Residual fades. Imani let the moment hang. For the first time, the three of them stood in a triangle of equals. Caldwell, real talk. How? Pierce, hold up. Got lucky, right, Andre? And of course, she's kind of on to him. She was offering him a story to tell Daniel. He took it, got lucky, got lucky. After the friendship survived with one new term written between the lines. You owe me an explanation. Andre got considerably taller, didn't he? After we get out of here, I'll buy. You better. Imani let herself smile honestly for one beat. I really want Imani to have more lines besides "I know you're up to something." So that would be like one of the few things I would change. Like I want Imani to have a lot more dialogue. One dead. Uh, Guardian Beast most of the boss room, and they walked out. Okay. Daniel was still glancing sideways at Andre. He would be doing that for a long time. Imani's walk was the same as effort. She had nothing new to process. That's redundant. Andre walked. The train stack pulse faintly at the corner of his vision. He chose not to read it yet. So another system screen, I guess. 1 hour inside. This is all new for me. 1 hour inside, the exam ended, and 1 hour and 12 minutes. Okay. And again, Miguel and white guy. Here's my thing. Why didn't it change? Like it changed her hair and her outfit, but like it, her race never changed at all. That's interesting. But okay, whatever. Uh, crowd ambient. Team 47 returned. Boss confirmed defeated. Reward registered. Congratulations, Pierce, Carter, and Caldwell. They had passed. All right. After the exam, trade, stack, gardening, rank G, 52. I already read that. Angelini, they kept walking. So the next event is in 2 weeks and in 6 days. Next system events, 14 days, 6 hours. He had work to do. End of chapter 3. Okay. All right. So now I don't know where we're going with this. My goal with Andre was to be more of an Eisen type, without the global um, sort of ambition of taking over the world, but more of like being the strongest, but for more of an easy life, not for like global conquest and nothing like that. All right, so chapter 4, and this is all new for me. And give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to use the bathroom really quick, and then I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on. Check, check, check. Are we back? Check, check. Okay, there we go. To make sure my audio levels working. All right. Chapter 4. This is new territory for both of us. All right. So there's our cover. And here is Daniel with aerokinesis and Imani with astral telekinesis. I don't know who this is. Who this is? Oh, this is probably Brandon with his pyrokinesis. I don't know who the hell this is. And a new boss. All right. Factor or 52 factorial, and I don't know what this is. Is this 2 for 1? I told the bots to get rid of 2 for 1 for Still synthesis. But okay, anyways. All right, Aspen Heights freshman dorm. This guy's always up early in the morning. 5 o'clock a.m. The countdown was due to expire at 5. 3 months ago, he was the worst rank awakened on campus. Tonight, he was reviewing toxicity tables for fun. Yeah, because he could create his own toxins to kill everyone. He had not slept. He had not needed to. Why? Cooperation, after all, just needed time. Okay, a little ominous. Outside the window, the countdown approached 0. He didn't need a clock to feel it. Okay, and it's almost 5 o'clock. Shout out. Okay, good on GPT Image for getting that correct. He had not opened the system menu in 2 weeks. The system had been counting. He had been waiting. 2 seconds, 1 second. All right, time. Time is up. Okay. Now, again, I don't know what the hell. Celestial Trait unlocked 2 for 1 special. Now, okay, so backstory. Now, when I was first imagining this story, when I was kind of like writing it out, or at least writing out chapter 1, I was going to give him 2 special traits, right? 52 factorial was going to be one, and then 2 for 1 special was going to be the other. Yggdrasil's synthesis came later. So 2 for 1 special is, again, just like 52 factorial, you can apply 2 for 1 special on anything, right? So if you apply 2 for 1 special on your rewards, you get 2 times rewards when you defeat a dungeon. When you if you apply it to thinking about it now, if you apply 2 for 1 special to Yggdrasil's synthesis, and Yggdrasil synthesis at its current level duplicates every buried item by a factor of 10. If you apply 2 for 1 special to that goes up to 20. You can multiply, you can attach 2 for 1 special on any attribute, ability, anything, just like factor 52. Serves the same purpose. But guess what? You can apply 2 for 1 special to factor 52 factorial as well. So now instead of 52 factorial, you have 104 factorial. Is that the direction that the story is going to take? I don't know. But really, at some point, the numbers get so high, it doesn't really matter. In terms of like damage that you could do and how, and like the growth of all things and like the potency of viruses and poisons, there's no difference between 52 factorial and 104 factorial, right? Because you're gonna die instantly in both, right? So I don't know. Although you can apply 52 factorial to the 2 for 1 special, and then you get I don't know, what would that number be? 2 for 1. Actually, no, it'll probably just take over the number 52. 52 factorial for 1 special. I don't know. We're getting ridiculous with these numbers now. Anyway, Celestial Tier, the second hidden trait, the actually be the third. Actually, no, it wouldn't. No, I take that back. I take it back. I know what I did. 2 for 1 special is the second hidden trait. Yggdrasil synthesis was the reward from the boss. Okay. He had read the trait list at the start. He had been waiting for this one. I guess after a certain amount of time, the bot says you're gonna get the trait. Okay, fine. That's fine. He's looking at the system screen. Okay. They did the reflection roll, but okay. Theory required testing. He had a subject. All right. And 4:59 became 5 o'clock. The system had unlocked at the threshold. The threshold did not require an audience. What? A separate specimen from the lab cuttings, not the windowsill. Okay. Baseline wilting, predicted survival without intervention under 36 hours. Variables gardening, 2 for 1, 52 factorial, three abilities, three steps. Okay. And 52 factorial means it grows instantly. Step one gardening, effective 1.5 growth. Well, that's not at 1.5 growth. No way, but that's okay. A known quantity. He had run this test 31 times. Now the second step. Now the unknown. And then he applies 2 for 1 special on his native ability. So that would be 3x growth, 1.5 times 2, so 3x. All right. Or is this 52 fact? Well, I don't know. See, it says times 2, so that would be the 2 for 1, and that grew. And then maybe 52 factorial. Oh, okay. And then he applies 52 factorial, and then it grows the apples. Now the scaling is wrong. It's way off, but that's okay. We still got instant growth. That's fine. 3 is enough. Where do you get 3 from? 3 is enough. Anything more is wasteful. Step 2, 2 for 1 special, effective 3, 3x stacking on gardening. Step 3, 52 factorial, attach the potency. Result full maturation in 1.4 seconds. Okay, 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 bot. You got it. It's wrong, but it's 1.4. What's the difference between a few trillionths of a second and 1.4? Not much of a difference in human thinking. That's okay. Okay, back to our people. 2 hours later, the trio bench mid morning. You look like you slept an hour. Sleep is overrated. Imani had known something happened. She always see. Here we go. She's not really doing much talking. You both look like you're holding out on me. Inter-school exhibition announced. All right. So the school's newspaper, Aspen Heights, attention, university attention, in the school exhibition scheduled. Attention, all freshmen and sophomore. An inter-school mock dungeon exhibition has been scheduled this Friday against Crest Mountain University or Crest Mountain Academy. So this is kind of like the second dungeon. So now you've got some real world experience in dungeons. You got some items you may have bought in the store. May have got some items dropped from the boss. You got some experience points, whatever. We didn't really get into like going into dungeons off campus and stuff like that because again, this is just more like a proof of concept. So Aspen Heights University Inter-School Exhibition, Aspen Heights versus Crestmont Academy, 12 students per school. Roster posted 1,400. That would be what? 2 o'clock? Observers, guild representatives in attendance, recruitment window opens 21 days. I think that window opened 21 days. 12 students per school, blah, blah, blah. The exhibition was not on his calendar. It was now. Hey, don't see the Plant Boy's name on any rosters yet. And of course, that's our bully just walking by giving a quip. Daniel is gone from here. Friday, 5 days from now. Why is Daniel standing behind him, Monty? I guess he's trying to have a look. And again, the bot doesn't know how to do that, how to do like a over the shoulder look. Hardware Pierce, Carter, roster cards for Friday's exhibition. And Andre is white again. And Imani has changed clothes. Aspen, blah blah blah. Aspen Heights team, Crest Mountain. There's only two. There's only two names. Versus for Friday 1400 names locked. Reyes, Kai, A ring, cryokinesis. Oh, that's where the spear comes from. So cryokinesis is kind of like the manipulation of ice ish. Looks like we got a tough cohort. Okay. Imani had not seen this coming. That was unusual for her. He could not beg out, not with Daniel and Imani on the same team. The math had just locked. Okay. The bot just be saying anything at this point. All right, 2 days before the exhibition, botanical lab after hours. And again, it's almost 1 o'clock here. Fluorescent hum. Okay. You said you needed me here. This isn't botanical department business, is it? Uh, Botanical department insurance, sure, plus extras. And then he's gonna run it back. He's gonna run back the same trick. He's gonna he's gonna poison them. Or is he? Hey, take this pill. I'm gonna poison these motherfuckers now. This was for you Friday only. Daniel had taken where's the monies? Daniel had taken the chapter 3 or chapter 3. Okay, this is the bot doing like a fourth wall here, because okay, that's fine. They had taken the chapter 3 vial dose without asking. He would take this one the same way. That was unnecessary. To state, Caldwell, Imani had not been. I love this font, by the way. Imani had not been invited to the lab. She came. She had to come anyways. What's it actually do? It kills you if you don't take it. That's what it does. If anything goes off script, and it might, swallow it, you'll be fine. This, hey, if you don't take this pill, you ain't coming out that riff. Daniel had stopped asking what was in the vials. The trust was the asking. Off script, got it. Oh, he's already won. He's already won. He just has to make it look like a draw. Okay. I did ask the bot to make him with the intelligence of Eisen. Um, and he his ambition is to live a soft life, right? Air quotes, right? Not soft life as in not doing anything, a soft, easy life as in, I have my family. No one's gonna bother me because I'm too powerful, so no one's gonna try it. And I go to work, I come home, I enjoy my family. The end, right? That's what he's shooting for. He's not shooting for global conquest or kill everybody or have everyone. No, 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 no. That's not Andre. He don't want that. Okay, at least that's what I told the bot. All right, so they have on. Okay, they have on custom outfits. All right, awesome for Friday. Three was at 1:55. Aspen Heights Team Ninjas enter. So that would be 5 minutes before showtime. Andre's public game face was nearly indistinguishable from his Eisen drop. Okay, only Imani could tell the difference. Sterling had been at the front of the team chat since Tuesday. Today he was mid pack. He blamed the trio. All right. Aspen Heights take positions. Crest Mount enters in 2 minutes. Okay. Now I only saw 3 names in there, but okay, whatever. We got for Aspen University is 357 people to CL Pulse. The gate did not unnecessary. All right, and then we have our other team here, which is a lot larger. Crescent Mount Academy enters at 1:58, so 2 minutes before showtime. And I guess this is our cryokinesis ability user, Asian guy. Two A ranks, have one smile, one neutral. Kai Reyes was not antagonistic. That was the usual thing. Mid pack in a narrowed and fixed on the eye block. I wonder, because he only gave the pills to Daniel and Imani. I wonder if he kills. I wonder if he kills his own team. Of course, the ace looks at the plant boy. Both teams in positions, pairing protocol in 60 seconds. All right, and then of course Our bot recycles an image used from chapter one. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that. Don't embarrass the school plant boy. He won't. Faint shimmers. All right. She's getting ready. 3 steps. He kept counting silently. All right. Squad pair and lock. Exhibition begins in 2 minutes. 2 o'clock. Showtime. And then the portal or the dungeon. It's not really a rift, but okay. All right. Dungeon controlled segment. Faulty. Faculty engineered. Faculty contained. We have wave one inbound. Standard controlled spawns begin. All right. And then, of course, we have our recycled animals from. Well, I guess if this is from created from the faculty, then it would have sort of like similar villains. So students have like a point of reference on how to or what to do because they've already went up against these enemies. Okay, I can forgive that. Up and left, Imani. Two up, squad three, fire. Andres public role, rank G gardening. Student who tagged along, he sold it carefully. Sold what? Of course, Brandon, he's using his pyrokinesis. All right, they did well. Wave two cleared. Wave one cleared. Stand by for wave two. All right, and then we have Miguel, and then the white guy here. Again, this never happens to Amani ever. It has not happened yet. Wave one cleared. 2 minute interlude. The system PA went quiet, and then the crystal cracks. He had been waiting. He had been waiting to be wrong about the exhibition. He was not wrong. Imani read Andre's face the way Andre read the system. Both registers were silent. All right. And he turned back into Miguel again. Daniel had not seen it. Imani had now. The math just got faster. What the hell are they talking about? I'm assuming like why. Oh, they're. If I had to guess based on like anime and manga and manhwas, that somehow this get contaminated and gets raided by a super powerful villain. He walked, not ran. Walking did not trigger the faculty alert. Aspen Heights Arena Cavern. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Above faculty centers caught it half a second before. I love how this came out though. Anomaly detected. Stand by for containment override. So just like in anime, there's usually like some sort of error or a secret boss that shows up randomly, and then our protagonist gives our protagonist a chance to show off. Crestmount's ace had recognized the alarm cadence. He had moved his team in 12 seconds. Wave two, time to shine. He had 4 minutes. He had already used 12 seconds. Okay. Squad one, pull. I'll cover the corner. And so now both teams are working together, right? Kai Reyes was not pulling back. He was choosing the corner. All students fall back to the gate seals. Dispatch teams on in routes. ETA 4 minutes. Okay. And so now the boss is coming, and now both teams have to work together to sort of beat the boss. All right. And then here's our boss, and normally knew where to look. All right. I do love the design though. It had crimson eyes inside a helm that had no face. It chose a direction. It was not facing a crest mount. It was facing them. Okay. It had picked his power signature out of the field. He had 3 seconds to decide how much of himself to show. Okay. How much information you want your friends to know? Well, not even your friends now. Now is the opposing school as well. It had a sword. It was lifting it. I hate how it describes it. Automatic attainment, seal activating in 4 minutes. And we know we're not talking about 400 hours. All students fall back to the sealed gates. Extraction once seal stabilizes. Step one, only convert public deployment cost budget 0. Okay, so he's applying 52 factorial to the plant and he wrapped his leg. Why does it show the hearts? Okay, and then the ball said, "Stop playing with me," and he cuts it down. It recognized the vine as deliberate. It treated it as deliberate. Step one alone was insufficient. He had assumed it might be. It might be. He had been holding step 2 and 3 in reserve. Okay, so he's going to do what he did before when he was testing his ability on the plants. 4 minutes is too long. He has seconds, and this is this Daniel? Looks like maybe someone from other team. Daniel saw it come. Yeah, it is because he's in a tornado. All right, not panic. Okay, and then Imani was running. Kai's lance was in the air. Neither would arrive. All right, so they're all fighting him, and Andre is trying to figure out what to do here. The Eisen surface had a tolerance. It had just hit it. What? 3 steps, 12 seconds. Daniel does not die. He needed mass, organic mass. The wolf debris had it. Wave one residue, the wolf's had left him mass. What? Step one was a sprout. This is a fragment of dead organic mass. The math just changed. I want to see how the bot changes the ability or changes the plant. All right, so I'm guessing he's going to grow it. All right, HUD opens, 2 for 1 special uh, stack, 2 for 1 special to Idrisil. Net 20. Okay, so he's burying the plant, burying an item, grow 10 times. Yep. Idrisil synthesis. Yep. Attach 52. Now, 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 if you attach 52 factorial to your ability, you're not going to get a duplication of 10. You're going to get a duplication of a number at the very least. At the very least, is going to fill up your entire solar system, and that's very generous. So attach the growth. Oh, he attached the growth speed. Maybe I should read before guessing. All right. Uh, and potency, compound effect stack. Compound effect, weapons grade biomass in 1.4 seconds. And then of course it grows. It did rupture, and now you've got a tree. Or at least I think you got a tree. Or you got something that can wrap the boss all up. Yggdrasil or Yggdrasil times 2 times factor 52 or 52 factorial deployed target engage. Yeah. Uh yeah, you would have an instantly growing, and again, well, I'm not gonna nitpick. We get it. Your little branch turned into a tree, a huge ass tree. So it got the spirit of it correct. Squeeze. And then the ball screams. Venom contact. Oh, it's poisonous too? The vines were not constrictors, they were carriers. Venom. I did not think of that. I didn't think the plant was also venomous, and he did say he attached 52 factorial to the potency. He did say that. Their character carriers, venom, weapons grade for incorporeal entities, 52 factorial potency. The signature of an anomaly is the leak. He had reversed the leak. So it didn't work. He did not enjoy the kill. He noted the timing. Did he kill him? What'd he do? Did he poison him? I don't know. I don't know what armor cracking 8 seconds in. You mean to tell me? Are you telling me? Are you telling me this poison is so goddamn potent that it poisoned the armor too? I've never thought of that. I never thought of poisoning A poison that can affect armor. That would be, oh my goodness. Uh, Crimson fades, eye slits fade. The anomaly recognized its own ending. Yeah, got poison. Hell, Yggdrasil 8 or Yggdrasil 8 conversion pulse. 12 seconds conversion complete. Yeah, and now containment override partial standby for extraction. And now we have pager again. He had 8 seconds to put the mask back on. So in other words, uh, he has to go back to normal, hide his factor 52 branch here that has grown into a fucking monster, a super poisonous monster that could crack armor, and now he has to do it in front of everyone because everyone's life was in danger. What the fuck was that? I did not ask the bot to do this. This is all the Hey yo, what the fuck was that? Like Kai Reyes had stepped back here and not stepped back from any beast on the field. Daniel did not need a question yet. The question would come in the light. He was like, yeah, nigga, we finna talk about this shit. And let me guess, Imani said, "Yep, I knew he already." Imani had the cover story already. She always did. All right, the performance had a script. He had reversed it for three. Okay, so he already had this planned out on what he was going to say when he got caught. Containment seal established at 0. Now, did he absorb the plant? It looks like where'd the plant go? Or maybe he just retracted. He did say retract. I didn't give him the ability to retract, but maybe he does have that ability. If you attach 52 factorial to that, then yeah, you could retract the plant instantaneous as well. Containment, seal, stabilize at 0. Faculty descendant in the seconds after. Too late to witness the kill. Okay. The odds were the last thing to fade. He counted that in the timing budget. Stay down, they're coming. So I guess that sucked up all of his mana. Daniel was holding the question. He would hold it for a few more minutes, but I'm sure he's anxious, right? Because what the fuck was that? Daniel had crossed 20 meters of cavern in 30 seconds. In other words, he walked really fucking fast. The question came with him. Why is the bot talking like that? I guess even if you're the narrator, still, Caldwell, what was in that vial? Second time of him, on third time of him asking that. Bot department emergency synthesis. Got lucky. Some bot department research panned out at the right moment, right, Andre? Brandon was watching Kai. Brandon was watching. Kai was watching. Both of them had to be escorted away before they could speak. Got lucky. The cover story took. Daniel did not yet press it because that's not who he is. But he is going to ask him. 3 steps. Anything more is wasteful. Okay. He had not stepped back from any beast on the field. He has stepped back from a freshman. And so, in other words, Kai Reyes here, um, he fears nothing, but he doesn't step back from anything unless it's Andre, because what the fuck was that plant monster out there? 2 hours later, arena resealed, assembly called. Aspen Heights Interschool Exhibition, briefing class rank review in progress. The exhibition is suspended pending containment review. All participating students will be reevaluated for class rank in light of today's anomaly response. Sterling Brandon, S rank battlefield performance citation, engaged anomaly under active containment failure conditions. Sterling had charged the warden. The faculty cameras read bravery. The faculty cameras had not read his face. Daniel Pierce, A rank tactical execution citation. Aerokinesis under control under escalating threat. Um, we made Brandon A rank, right? Not S rank. Imani Carter, Triple S, rank tactical execution, citation, multi-target telekinetic optimization, cover operations. Imani citation said cover operation. Faculty cameras had not missed her contribution to the cover story. They had just chosen to call it something else. Anomaly response containment improvisation, rank pending under review. The faculty had not named his ability; they had named his improvisation. Okay, and this is an echo. The official version had been written. The unofficial version was about to start. Okay, could have done without that page. The briefing dispersed. The trio denied. System private. Class rank pending under review. They saw enough. So in other words, they're trying to re-rank him based on what he did. Because they everything's recorded. Uh Foil pack handed. I did not need this. How sure were you, Caldwell? Well, you would have been in some deep shit if he would have released poison, gas poison, and you didn't take it. He said nothing. All right. Kind of used to them turning into different race here. 30-day cooldown appearance. Factorial multiplier attached to any no cooldown hidden. Also hidden because he got that from the plant. And then this ability got from the boss right in chapter 3. And our 2-for-1 special, his other hidden trait. And this is an echo. Kai Reyes had not boarded the Crestmont transport with the team. He stayed 20 minutes to watch longer. So he is highly suspicious of Andre. And he is, I'm guess, going to approach him. Like, who are you, dude? The real half smile was rare. Daniel has seen it worse. Oh, he stayed. He stayed wait. Oh, yeah, because of this image. That's right. All right. Is that the end of the chapter? That was the end of the chapter. One more. Uno más. I enjoyed that chapter. All right, last chapter. Not of our story, but last chapter that's just been processing. I don't know what this eye represents. And of course, this is Danny with his aerokinesis, and Imani with her astral telekinesis. Brandon with his pyrokinesis, and Kai Reyes with his cryokinesis. I'm guessing that this is probably some sort of, I don't know. Oh no, this is school selection? Not school selection. They're already in school. Sort of maybe like faction selection or class selection or whatever. That's my guess. And whoever this is, that's who he decides to go to. But anyways, let's go on. Okay. So now he's up at the crack of dawn again doing, I'm guessing, scientific work. 3 weeks after the exhibition, the countdown was hours from expiration. Guide Organizations of the Northern Region, Volume 2, Recruitment Ethics, blah, blah, blah. He had read it twice. He was reading. He had not slept. He had not needed to. You already said that last time. Oh, I get it. So maybe he doesn't need sleep because he's a vampire? He's half vampire, half. We have to. Because vampires don't really sleep, dude. They don't need to sleep. They don't need to sleep. As long as they stay in the dark, like they're up all the time. Okay, I got it. Less than, I don't know if that's what the bots were going for, but okay. Less than an hour, 2 weeks of rereading would have been enough. Now, of course, he hasn't shown any of his vampire or vampiric abilities at this point. It's been all of his crystal abilities. He was ready. The system was just about to tell him whether the school agreed. Okay, going on 12 o'clock, 8 seconds, 7. He had been standing for it. I know there's not another ability. All right, time is up. Class rank. Oh, he's waiting for the ranking after the incident. Class rank pending, resolved, class C, and that's under provision. Reason anomaly response on investigation, full rank held pending sentinel order security review. So maybe they did review the cameras. This is a pretty good story. I might need to use AI a lot more. Yeah, yeah, it's not bad. Opus 47 does the writing. It's a little verbose and it repeats, but again, bots don't know taste, and that's where the human in the loop factor comes in. All right. They were going to watch him. Good. Watching was a known variable. A good recruitment wave is about to begin. He had reading to apply. Day one, the wave landed at 0800. Okay, yeah, the guilds. What was that? We'll get to that later. Guild recruitment wave one, aptitude evaluation. All right. The trio, civilian, public facing, 3 students walk into a recruitment event. Rank land, rank C or class C, provisional. Imani heard provisional and knew the school was gating him. The school did not know what they were gating. Banner snapping and breeze. All right. I love the consistency from chapter one. The Sentinel Order, new presence at Aspen Heights this year. 5 major guilds, 6 minor. One that interested him. Aurora's here, Stillwater Crimson Banner. All right. And Sentinel, they split up by plan, not by accident. Okay. So this is where they go to, like what I was saying before, kind of like how you score in your exams is kind of where you go for your career, right? And they have it broken up into guilds, and then you choose the guild, and your guild has to choose you back. And if yes and yes, then you're in that guild for your duration of school or whatever. And usually there's like some sort of pipeline from that guild to some job after school or whatever. Vance Holloway scanned the room every 4 seconds. He had been doing it for an hour. Andre had been at the botanical research card table for 40 seconds. Sentinel scanner passes had triggered 7 times in those 30 seconds. Sentinel scanner passes had triggered 7 times in those 40 seconds. Okay. The lanyard pulsed once. Vance held the eye lock for exactly 2 seconds. The smile did not change. Andre noticed. He kept his hands in his pocket. The first move had been theirs. All right. And Team Yellow and Daniel approached Aurora first. A rank aerokinesis was a known quantity. Aurora paid for known quantities. Aurora made offers in 2 minutes. Either you were interesting, or you weren't. Okay. A rank aerokinesis is rare. We'd like you in our junior cohort. Daniel was practiced at this. He had taken 3 other offers since high school. He had said no to all of them, probably because he wants to be teamed up with Andre and vice versa. Andre watched. The point of the morning was not to receive an offer. Yeah, the point was to see who else made one. I'll consider it. Oh, she turned black. Junior cohort starts in 3 weeks. Signing bonus is on the page. Now, was she supposed to be black or she's supposed to be white? We'll see. Aurora paid marketing rate. Aurora kept its promises. Aurora was the safe choice. See, it doesn't know that it's 47. Doesn't know it's being redundant here. Okay. He looked at Andre. Andre had not moved. That was the signal. Andre's neutral was the answer. Thank you. I'll have a decision by Friday. Friday was 3 days out. The wave closed Friday and red team. We're not on red team yet. We're on silver team. All right. Stillwater Brotherhood. I hope we do. Hope it progresses past. Hope this whole chapter isn't. Pick a guild. Stillwater Brotherhood, because we know Brandon is coming in on some bullshit. Old Guard. Their executive program was the most prestigious in the northern regions, and probably a guild too. Oh well, you're a rank G Gardener. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Triple S astral telekinesis, astral multi-target precision. We can place you in executive program immediately. 5-year track to senior leadership. I appreciate the offer. I'm not on the executive track. All right. And is this Brandon on some bullshit? Yep. Across the floor, Brandon was being courted by Crimson Banner, the hero hunter guild. All right. Brandon Sterling had not smirked once since the whatever this era is of the exhibition. Since the exhibition, his face had recalibrated. Yeah, because you see someone that's supposed to be weak, uh, one shot a boss. Imani saw Brandon. She would remember that he was being courted by hero hunters. All right, so that may be the military branch of all the guilds. Andre had walked to the botanical research card table on purpose. It was the most invisible booth on the floor because who cares about plants? Thank you. I'm holding for the Friday cut. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna guess that this guy here sees something in Andre that no one else sees. Andre did not turn. He counted footsteps. Mr. Caldwell, a word? Yeah. Yes, sir. First move was there. Okay. Yeah, that's what my guess is. The alcove was screened from the main floor cameras. That meant something specific. All right. It's Caldwell. Sentinel Order. Sentinel Order is a different kind of guild. We're interested in students whose record doesn't quite match their results. It was reading him, he could feel it. So I'm gonna guess that his necklace is probably like some sort of maybe class or power or mana indicator. I'm a class C provisional search as gardening, of course. Extend them invitation. Still, we like to invite you to a private interview. So yeah, he knows something is up. All right. He's already won. He just has to make it look like a fluke. So he's already in with the guild, and I don't know. Maybe he's trying to dumb himself down. I don't know. All right, so that's his invitation. Okay, and they talk about their guild placement. Right, 20 minutes later, where they had agreed, the card was still in his pocket. He had not pulled it out yet. Then it had not asked yet. He was waiting. Amani had seen the card edge. He would not. She would not name it first. So they both know that he's being approached by the Sentinel Order. Okay. Aurora offered me a fast track. I told him I'd think about it. Stillwater offered me executive program slot. I declined. Andre had not spoke yet. He was waiting for the right opening. Daniel had read the hand. The hand had come out of the pocket. That meant Andre was about to share something. Monty read Andre's hand the same beat uh, Daniel did. Okay, they were waiting for him. So they're waiting to see what he's going to do first before they make their move. Caldwell, you got an offer from someone, didn't you? Okay. Andre considered the question for 1 second. All right. He has three hands here and plops down the card. Daniel read the sigil. Daniel read it without needing. I may skip the because this is good. I don't know. Monty reached for the first. That meant something. What did that mean? Monty low. Don't look at it. Turn it over. Load the first voice. She's checking exits. Behavioral expertise and verbal expertise, and everyone at the table understood. Imani had been here before. Okay. All right. Sentinel Order isn't recruiting, they're hunting. Hunting what? Angela Money lead. She had the institutional knowledge. The eye opening, the open eye, the eye that watches, the eye that does not blink. Okay. After the exhibition, someone killed the anomaly in 12 seconds. Yep. Whoever did it left a power signature. Sentinel reads signatures. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. Like they're on to him. They know he's a lot more powerful than what he's advertising to be. They're trying to find whoever did it. And of course, everyone knows it's him. Audrey said nothing. The nothing was the answer. The nothing was the answer? The trio had a name for what Sentinel was hunting now. The trio had a name for who Sentinel was hunting. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. They sat without speaking. How sure were you, Caldwell, back in the lab with the pill and in the arena? Okay. Now he's back to normal. Andre composed his answer for one breath. 3 steps. I planned 3. Expected 3. The math had been 3. The exhibition needed all 3. The exam needed 2. I can keep us alive. It was not all of it, but yeah, all you have to do is just give whoever in your team the immunity pills and just gas up the whole joint. That's all you gotta do. And the potency, no one. I would assume the fact 52 factorial, the potency will also be um absolute divine because first of all, a venom or a gaseous venomous gas that can eat armor cannot be stopped. Holding the question a chapter and a half. Andre had been holding the answer longer. All right. So he's coping with Sentinel Order looking for him. And Sentinel Order is probably not going to let him go at all. Right. Because Sentinel Order probably doesn't like being told no. Like a lot of other organizations and anime and stuff like that. If you tell them no, then they either shower you with honey or they're gonna make your life really difficult or eliminate all your choices to where you only have them to choose. Later, the corridor between class buildings, Brandon Sterling caught up. Andre put the mask back on the moment Brandon's shoes appeared in his peripheral. I saw it, Caldwell. The vines, the eyes. I know who you are. You're not I'm not gonna call you plant boy anymore because I know I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are, but Crimson Banner offered me a hero hunter contract. They want me to find anomalies. Uh-oh. I told them I might already know one. So he thinks he thinks Andre may be a demon because he can't be rank G and as powerful as he is. Now, he doesn't know that Andre has vampire abilities. Doesn't know that. So he and Andre may very well be an anomaly at this point. He was bitten by a monster, and he did acquire some of that monster's attributes. So is he human? Is he a monster? Is he both? Is he neither? Neither. Andre did not blink. The Eisen clinical. What? The Eisen clinical was watching from behind the mask. Okay, I don't know what that means. Maybe that means that he's keeping a stone face, like Eisen. I don't know, but he's already more powerful than Eisen. He's already more powerful than Eisen. Of course. If they was in a room stuck together and Andre had to plant his plants first because he doesn't have 52 factorial applied to his speed, then Eisen wins, even though Andre is more powerful because Eisen is pretty fucking fast. And I don't think Andre's vampire speed matches Aizen's what they call teleportation in the Bleach universe. Shunko? Is it Shunko? I don't know. He's not faster than Aizen, even though he's more powerful. But if you put him in both in a room, Aizen still wins, even though Andre is more powerful. All right. Brandon, I'm ranked G gardening student with a provisional C, and you saved Pierce. The seal carved your crest mount counterpart. The seal didn't save the warden. You did. I haven't told him yet. What do you want? What do you want, Brandon? You want something? What do you want? Day two, the inner school mixer Crestmont arrived at 0900, and there is Reyes or Kai Reyes. Andre had been waiting for Kai since dawn. And again, it's just like Brandon, Kai knows something is up because we've seen you grow a branch to a full uh whole ass tree, a poisonous tree, an extremely potent tree. Two ranks, same half smile, same recognition. Kai had not been smiling like that in chapter 4. That's true. It's probably the first time he smiled. Smile had warmed half a register, whatever that means. Uh, Kai walked towards Andre in a straight line. The Sentinel order saw him. Okay. I came to find out what you did. Two scanners malfunctioned when I walked past Sentinel's booth. They're using portable detectors. They're hunting one of us. Oh, you know what? Is those scanners around the neck supposed to detect hold on. Is this supposed to detect like anomalies? So that's what the monsters are called in this story, anomalies. Okay. Uh let's see. Stillwater offered me yep. Sentinel order is recruiting, they're hunting. After the expedition, someone killed the anomaly in 12 seconds. Whoever did it left their power signature. Sentinel read signatures. Okay. Not anomalies. Maybe the I don't know, maybe anomaly signatures. I don't know. Okay. Two scanners malfunction when I walk past Sentinel's booth. They're using portable detectors. They're hunting one of us. Okay. Faint flicker, partnership signal. Okay. Triangulation complete. Acquisition window 90 seconds. So who the Eisen clinical surfaced? Andre let it. All right, so he's about to turn on genius mode. How many scanners total? Total 6. Advanced 2 assistants, 3 upper balcony observers. Locations. I love these lighting effects. 6 positions, 1 pulse source per position. So they're hunting him, but why? Oh, he's gonna whip out. No, he's not. He's not doing that here. He's not killing everyone here. No, 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 no. He ain't got it in him. The quiet hum of an I didn't expect him to have a seed in his pocket, but that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, Andre had not looked at the Sentinel booth in 23 seconds. He was about to stop being a problem and detect and start being a problem to remember. What? Oh, that's a bar. Andre had not looked at the Sentinel booth in 23 seconds. He was about to stop being a problem to detect and start being a problem to remember. Oh, okay. Okay. Intercell, no growth, pure resonance, 52 factorial amplification. No, he ain't finna grow. He ain't finna grow this big ass tree in this room. No way. One seed, 6 rings. Oh, he's doing it to the resonance. What does that do? 6 rings of resonance, 6 scanners in the room. The room had not noticed yet. The room would notice in 1.4 seconds. The mask had been off for 1.5 seconds. The mask was back. The counter move was already moving forward. Oh, he's up to something. What is he gonna do with it? What is he gonna do? Okay, so obviously they're looking for him. Six scanners, one. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Andre, what did you do? What did you do? Six scanners, one unison overload, six functional detectors remaining. What did he do? Even the observers on the balcony, six positions, six. See, I don't see. It looks what it looks like. It looks like you got four people shooting at him or lasering him, and then somehow they get, or maybe this is them getting hit, and somehow whatever. What is this seed? What kind of seed does this? But we know it's an hallucination because there they are. Oh no, that's them. And the back people came back. I don't know. I don't know. Uh, even uh, breathe out, mask back on. Yeah, all right. Hide that inner Eisen. Brandon had been waiting. Brandon had seen. Brandon had a buyer. Every counter move cost something. Andres cost 1.5 seconds. All right, so that seems to have taken a lot of men out of him. A senior Crimson banner rep. Scribed only dupe the dead scanners. Uh, Crimson banner rep. Something you want to flag, Stanley? Not yet. Vance Holloway recognized the signature. Vance Holloway recognized what he was looking at. Vance Holloway started counting. Andre's public mask was back. All right, so he put away Eisen. Vance had been watching the wrong face. Brandon had been watching the right one. I have to read this a few times. Sentinel withdrew cleanly at 5 minutes. Okay. Vance changed his exit line to pass within a meter of him. That meant something specific. Resonance overload. Clever. We will see each other again, Caldwell. Andre did not turn. The mask did not crack. The threat promise had. I have no idea what the resonance does. If I had to guess, like the scanners, the resonance probably destroyed the scanners. They regrouped. They had things to say. What happened? Their scanners broke. All six at once. Coincidence? Coincidence. Kai gave Andre the cover for free. Andre filed that. Okay. He had bought menace, not anonymity. The Sentinel had taken his measure. The Crimson Banner had taken something more useful. An answer? Okay. All right. Miguel's back. Day two ended at we got a female here. Day two ended at 16:45. The four of them walked out together. You're going to need help. I have help. He has us. We're saying no to all of them together. Okay. Andre system pinged twice. Class C professional updated. New flag. Sentinel order watch list. Incoming threat vector. Crimson Banner Hero Hunter contract activated. Target Andre Caldwell. Anonymous pending verification. So there's a bounty hit on him. System next event. Sentinel return. 47 days, 2 hours. Vance had said we will see each other again. That system had agreed. He filed all three flags before they. I don't know what is going on. He had been told. He had not told them about the Crimson Banner flag yet. He would, just not this minute. Yeah, there is. Yeah, because they can't see his system screen. So there is a contract. Does Andre kill whoever is coming for him? So okay, so the resonance from the seed, which makes sense because seeds do resonate. I did not even think of that. Seeds do resonate, and if you apply 52 factorial to it, then you have one hell of a resonating. Could you blow up a Earth could you, or not blow it up, but disintegrate a planet from a seed if it has 52 factorial applied to the resonance? I don't see why not. Anyways, apparently he could redirect or direct the resonance to wherever, right? So the scanners, I'm guessing here. So the scanners has some sort of power signature, um, uh, residue left from the exam, and they're matching that signature up to him. And so they want to find out what's up, right? And so not only Brandon and the Crimson Brigade, but the Sentinel Order are also looking for him because they may think he is a monster in human form. And they are partially right because he has acquired attributes from a vampire plant. So that's where we're at. I hope that's where we're at. I could be completely wrong, but I don't think I am. All right, last page. I guess Kai Reyes goes to the school now because he goes to a different school. The mixer had ended. The chapter had not. Obviously, we're going to have this conversation again to like properly, like you did before. Andre, I know the real half smile, the one that wasn't a tool, the one that just was. Okay. Imani had seen it before. Imani had been waiting for the others to catch up. So I'm guessing that she knows exactly who he is in terms of his power scaling. She hasn't needled him about it, not one time. Daniel had been looking for this face for a chapter and a half. Daniel had finally seen it, and Kai had seen it once. Kai now understood what he had seen. Four players on the board. All right, and that is the end of chapter 5. So on full auto, the bot is it's okay. Mine is actually outside of these narration boxes. It seems for the most part redundant. The dialogue is okay, even though it is repetitive sometimes. It's okay. Uh, it didn't really do a good job of what was going to happen. We know that a hit is out on them. Um, I don't know what Sentinel Return event, what that's in reference to. That could be this could be the length of the contract hit. That's my guess. Like the contract for him will last 7 days, 47 days, and 2 hours, and he's rank C, and he's on the Sentinel Order watch list, and on the Crimson Order watch list as well. Or not really on the watch list, but Brandon's. I don't know why Brandon is not telling anyone because he's on the Crimson's team, and he hasn't told anyone that he highly suspects Andre, like the Sentinel Order does. What is Brandon? What does he want? Because he hasn't stated what he wanted yet. This is the most confusing thing. Because I don't know if these are people or just scanners. It looks like people. Anyways, that's where we're at with that. I'm gonna post the link, the Passport Bros book, the novel. I don't think anyone else has come up. Maybe they have come up with a novel. Uh, the Passport Bros novel, the novel. It's 232 pages. Don't ask me about it because I haven't read it yet. It is written by Kimmy K 2.6. And yeah, enjoy. All right, guys, I am going to bed because it's almost 1 o'clock, and I was almost here for 3 hours. Holy shit! Thank you all for coming, and hopefully I'll do this again tomorrow. I'll see why not. I'll spin up another book. Matter of fact, anyone has have any requests on a novel? Of course, you'll be given full credit because I don't really care, and I'm not like that anyways. Any ideas for a book? We can make a MGTOW book. Give it a, like a as I don't know how much of a how detailed of a synopsis I want to make that book. I don't know. Uh, and then make a. We can also make a from that book. We can make a graphic novel out of it. Actually, no, we can't because my Higgs field is expired. Well, I still have runway. I would have to do that manually in runway. But if you all have any requests on novels that you all want made, put it in the chat. Well, not in the chat. Put it in the comment section, and I will make it. And yeah, I may do a book review tomorrow. All right, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all then. Hit the like button, please. Good night.